Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I thought I would show you something that's really easy to do. We've spoken about it on the channel before. You might even do it and not think about it. And it's a little bit of lymphatic drainage, primarily on the neck, moving down into the clavicle. So that's really your collarbone, and also a little bit on the cheeks, moving to the ears. Why is lymphatic drainage so important? There's a few reasons. Number one, it gets rid of a lot of the waste that's circulating around your body. So your lymphatic system is your secondary circulatory system. You'll know this, most of us know it anyway. Your primary circulatory system is your blood, and it's powered by that pump which is called your heart. But your secondary circulatory system is your lymphatic system, and it's a big network of vessels and lymph nodes. It's not powered by a pump, it's powered by your movement. When you move, it squashes, the muscles basically squash those lymphatic vessels and encourage the movement of lymph. And lymph gets filtered at all your lymph nodes, and it filters out all the rubbish and all the waste. But if you're not moving, or if it's areas that, I suppose, like your face and your neck and places like that, that you're not actually moving in the same way that you would exercise your arms and your legs, then sometimes the lymph can be quite stagnant. And the way that it can show up looking stagnant is that you might look puffy. You might have areas that look a little bit sort of just not as healthy and fresh and vital. The skin might not look as healthy and rosy. It might even look a bit dull, and sometimes it looks a bit grey. And not only that, but when you don't move the lymph or you don't do lymphatic drainage, you're not really helping yourself keep on top of your optimum health and wellness. So let's do just some very simple lymphatic drainage moves. I'm going to show you some that you can do just manually with your hands, and then some that you can do with the vacuum suction, the cupping. And I've used these before on the channel. I'll put a link to them. You can use any of your usual products. You want that little bit of slip and slide, but I just wanted to show you some on the neck and a little bit on the cheeks. You can do lymphatic drainage everywhere on the body. You're always working towards lymph nodes, and I should point out that for various reasons people might not be able to do it. You might have had lymph nodes removed, there might be conditions that you've got, so even though I'm showing you how to do this, you have to take responsibility for yourself. If you have any reasons, or you think there might be a reason why you can't do lymphatic drainage, please check with your doctor. So I'm just going to use a product. I'll use the Ohana, which I really like, the Daily Defence Serum. You want something that gives you a little bit of movement. So what I like about this is it's a very light oil, but use the products that work in your daily routine. And I'm just making sure that I've put the lid back on. So we'll only work on the neck and a little bit on the cheeks today. But what you're doing is you're working towards lymph nodes. They're everywhere on your body. You can actually Google diagrams of where lymph nodes are. You can watch tutorials of where lymph nodes are, but there's a big network of them. And the way that I like to think of them is they're like sieves that are sieving all the rubbish out of your lymph fluid, and they're deciding what goes into the bin. And then the bin is basically the waste product. And when your body filters out that lymphatic waste, it might come out through exhalation, it might come out through breathing, which is also exhalation actually. It might come out through sweating, you might go to the toilet. There's all these different ways that you can get rid of lymphatic waste. So, easiest thing to do is just work down the neck. Just work down, because you've got lymph nodes in this area here. Now you don't want to work on the windpipe, so just avoid that, but just working right down here, and you're just sliding down with the fingers. That's a really easy way to do it. What you can also do is feel for your collarbone, your clavicle, and you can actually use your knuckles, and you're not working on the bone, you're working above it, and then you're working under it, and you might see some redness, some erythema. And what you're doing here is actually you're giving the circulation, both your blood circulation and your lymphatic circulation, a boost here. You don't want to overstimulate, but then you can drain to each side of the neck. If you were working further down, you could drain to under the arms. But again, there'll be people that for various reasons might have had lymph nodes removed. So again, you wouldn't want to drain to somewhere and just presume that you could do that in a standard massage if someone's had some lymph nodes removed. So it's always a good idea, again, just to do your full consultations, or if it's yourself, ask for professional advice. And then also what you can do is you can actually work under the ears. So you can either work, you can twist your arms around, depending, I mean, I'm obviously contorting myself just now, but you can actually do some movements under the ears and just loosen. You've got a lot of acupressure points here too. But if you're working on yourself, take your 2 fingers and actually just work either side of the ear like this. But because I'm doing it from a different angle, I can just work under the ears here. And again, there's a lot of lymph nodes dotted about here. But after working on the ears, I've got choices. I can also slide down the neck and slide down. And then, of course, you can drain the cheeks. So you might want to do some circular manipulations, which you've seen me do a lot. And you're working towards the ears, little finger circles, and then drain. And again, that redness is good. It lets you know that you're boosting the blood circulation and you'll be boosting the lymphatic circulation. Now, if I take a little bit more of my oil, I can show you how you would do that with your little suction cups. Similar idea, but some people prefer this because it feels more like a treatment. So I can take the 2 bigger ones, and remember, you're just doing a very gentle squeeze, but you're moving. So you're squeezing down and releasing, squeezing down and releasing. And what you're doing is, this is probably a little bit more effective, a little bit more stimulating, because you are helping to move that lymph along by pulling up very gently on the tissues, rolling your little suction cups along and releasing at the end point. And you might hear that little pop. And again, we don't go over the windpipe because it doesn't feel good and it's not beneficial. And we're working towards the base of the neck. Again, you can work to under the ear and behind the ear. And then you can do the full face by all means. You can do the body. But you've got these little baby ones, and these are the ones that you can use on the face. And because there's not as much loose skin here, you might not hear that pop. Oh, I heard it there, that's good. Don't always hear it. And then this is performing the same, what would I call it? I was going to say the same exercise, the same benefits. But you don't want to overstimulate. And I'm only showing you the neck and the cheeks, but by all means you can do the full face. And then a little final drainage. And if you do this, you could do it every night if you wanted. I wouldn't use the cups every night, but you can definitely do your little manual manipulations every night. And all that's going to do is keep the lymph flowing in the face. So if you get any puffiness, you're going to help with reducing that. If you want to keep yourself healthy and keep everything moving along, then it's never a bad idea to keep the lymphatic drainage moving. So you're helping just to keep it flowing, give it a little boost. And it also feels very good. And there's the added benefit of helping your products to absorb and do their thing more effectively. So that's just a little chat about reminding yourself about the benefits of lymphatic drainage, about why it's effective and how easy it is to do. If you want to see some more of these, let me know. Other than that, have a lovely day and I'll see you again soon.